Hello, welcome back to another performance from La Mesita. Remember, you are listening to WLPNLP 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio, Chicago. We are broadcasting live from Chill Space here at Yollocalli Arts Reach. My name is Juno.
And I'm Bella.
And today we have another special guest.
SIKN is a Chicana punk band from the southwest side of Chicago. They play all sounds from punk to cumbia and take lots of influence from their roots and where they come from. Their demo just dropped this past October, and we can't wait to hear some of it in their performance today on La Mesita. But before all that, let's get to know them a bit more. Hello and welcome, SIKN. Thank you for joining us today. We're very grateful to speak with you and have you on our show. But before we get started, could you all introduce yourselves and what you play?
I'm Pancho. I play guitar and do vocals.
I'm Stacy, and I'm the drummer.
Hey, I'm Alex. I play bass and sometimes do vocals.
I'm Dimitri, and I play trumpet.
Thanks, and how are y'all feeling today?
Nervous.
I'm super nervous. I'm like shaking just a little bit.
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I just realized I didn't feed my cat, so I'm thinking about that a lot right now. So everything else is good.
I'm excited.
Awesome sauce. Thank you for joining us today. And for the listeners out there, what has SIKN been up to these days?
Just playing shows. We just recently released our demo, and we're going back to the studio, which is his practice space, to record.
Yeah, we just played the demo show like last weekend. My other band was playing there as well. It was really fun. Lots of people turned out. It was cool. And then I think this week we're gonna start doing work on the next set of songs that we want to drop. So I think I'll be producing it, so it'll be fun.
Could you tell us a bit about where your passion for music comes from and how the band formed?
I feel like I was just born into it, music. Growing up, we didn't have any internet or cable, but when I was a kid, my uncle gave me and my brother Guitar Hero 2, and that's where I got my music from.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't like music at first because my sister would just blast it in the car and it'd bother me. But after a while, I started liking it.
My dad always was really into music as a kid. So when we go grocery shopping or go do things in the car, he would always play music all the time. And then the big thing that really kind of set me liking my own kind of music into gear was Tony Hawk Pro Skater as a kid. That was it. I don't know. The music was so good. It put me onto a lot of different bands my parents wouldn't listen to. And that was very formative for me.
It's funny because I was just talking about this with one of my friends. Music has always been a part of my life. But one of the things that really got me into the kind of music I like doing was I got a CD burner, and I thought I was the coolest kid in 7th grade, or at least amongst my friends. And a friend asked me to burn a CD for him, and as I was burning it, I was listening to it. It was a band I had never listened to before. I grew up on R&B, soul, oldies. I listened to V103. And I was like, what is this? And then it just set me off on this exploration of music through the internet because I'm like, I can just discover all these artists. And it just opened my mind to all these different genres and types of combos of music and where different influences can come from.
Interesting. Why did you decide to name your band SIKN?
I don't know. I always through passing periods. Every time, I always say, it'd be cool if this band was named this. I just come up with different band names, and I really like SIKN because it sounds just skin, just human skin. That sounds crazy.
It's kind of raw.
Yeah.
Pancho scheming,
But we put Los, to show our background. We're we're me and Stacy are Mexican. Alex, Peruvian, right?
Yeah, Peruvian, Bolivian.
Yeah. And so I was SIKN. I feel just, I don't know, put it like
that. For Stacy, what made you want to play the drums at such a young age?
I don't know. I used to listen to a lot of metal and rock, and I told Pancho, I'm I want to play the drums because that was one of my favorite kind of instruments. And then he just signed me up for lessons.
What do your friends think of you being in a band?
If anything, they just think it's cool. I don't really talk about it much, But yeah.
How does your family feel about you all being in a punk band?
My parents are super supportive. My dad, he used to be in a band, but it was like, he like grew up in a little village. He came to Chicago when he was like 17, 18, I think, and then he started playing the guitar, and did like the classicals. I can't really put like my finger on what genre, but like he did like bailes and stuff, and so I feel like my whole family is just like music oriented or whatever, because my mom sings, and but like my dad's like super supportive. He doesn't listen to the kind of music, but every time I show him, he's like, whoa, like what, and my mom's too. She's always been supportive.
Yeah, like my parents like don't really listen to like punk music or like rock music at all, but always been super supportive for the arts. And then like once like people started kind of like caring about like the music I play, like coming to shows, be like, wow, that's really cool. Like, so it's kind of an interesting relationship. A lot of Latino parents don't really get into that kind of thing.
How has your relationships as siblings changed since forming the band?
I don't know, like me and Stacy always been together, like we have a big family. I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers, and it's just like Stacy, like all my family, like even my cousins, we're all like best friends, and like doing this with Stacy is like really nice, because like she's like able to like do like DIY shows, like people are coming out to see us, and like she's starting out at like a really young age, 13 years old, and like it's never too late to start anything, so it's like nice.
Is it possible that any of your other siblings want to join your band?
My older sister, she's like, let me play piano for you. Or like even I told her when we didn't have Alex, I was like, oh, like play the bass. She's like, oh, like I'm down. But
what does a typical practice day for the band look like?
Typical practice day. We usually go to his spot or my spot, and like we just just pour our ideas. Like it's like really nice, like Kevin, Alex, and my sister and Dimitri now. It's just like, since me and Stacy are basically like, we're brother and sister, like, having Alex is just like, it feels like family in a way. And Dimitri's like probably the nicest guy I know, and he's just very, very open arms.
Here at YOLO, we love our snacks. What is the band's favorite go-to snack?
Hot chips. Yeah. or I don't know. I just eat everything. Like cookies, chips, mostly chips. I could finish like a family bag by myself.
Oh, like probably like gansito or like bubulubus. Yeah, shoo. I think like a heavy meal needs something sweet.
Yeah, I'm like super hot chippy, or like pan dulce is good.
I've rediscovered my love for those Vintner hot chips. The 50-cent ones in the bag.
The Jay's hot stuff too.
Oh my god.
That's a real Chicago chip.
Yeah.
Jay's hot stuff is like my favorite.
It's the best one. It's like sweet, right?
Yeah, it's sweet and spicy.
It's sweet, and then it like switches it up on you.
But then it hurts.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah. Chemically designed for you to keep eating it.
Are there any misconceptions or stereotypes about you being in a punk band that aren't true?
Man, probably just like, I don't know, just how would I put it? Just like, people think we're crazy or something, or like just have this crazy lifestyle, but like, we just chill people, I guess. Like, they think we're just like on some crazy stuff, but we just, just being like, like everyone, we're all just like being ourselves.
Yeah, just like regular people. You just dropped SIKN demo, and we really enjoyed listening to it. What was it like putting that project together and releasing it?
It was really cool. I always wanted to record something. Like I always say, this is never too late to start anything. I started playing guitar like 4 years ago, and Stacy just started playing drums like a year and a half ago. So like not having this is just like been like a surreal experience, we just keep going forward.
I felt like it was really fun. Sometimes I would mess up and I'd get mad, but other than that, it was really cool and I really enjoy it.
cool?
Yeah. No, I don't know. It was good. One of our friends produced it, so it was like kind of a little chill of an experience. I like do a lot of tracking, so I mean it's kind of like go in and do your thing and like let someone else like take the reins on mastering and mixing. So it was good. I enjoyed it.
We also really liked the cover art. What inspired it?
I had it in my mind. It was like in the back of my head. I'm an artist, but like it wasn't like the style that I wanted. And I was at an art show and I saw this. It was their work, and they had like such like the artwork was like so cool. I was like, this is what I want. And I asked them. I was like, oh, can you design it for us? And they were like, yeah. And I told them I was like, oh, I want like I have like a payaso who has his face painted like it's happy but it's sad, slick back hair, almost like cholo, but like, and then like I told them I was like, oh, do whatever you want to do, I'm not holding you back, just just add that, and they killed it. It was like everything I like wanted.
Being young, first generation, and from the Southwest side, what impact do you hope to have on Chicago's punk scene?
Can you repeat that again?
Being young, first generation, and from the Southwest side, what impact do you hope to have on the Chicago punk scene?
Oh, it's really cool. It's like we're for all like us three are first generations here. Our parents, they weren't built to live. They were built to survive. So them giving us the opportunity to do what we want to do, and them not being able to, it's just like it's a beautiful thing to me, because like growing up, we weren't like rich or anything, but like we were able to like afford the things we needed, and then like my family had a business, and my dad had like the greatest mindset. I still think to this day. It was able to put forward, and like now you could like support like all our family, and like Stacy was the last child, so like having Stacy had like all the support from us. It's like but influence, just you could do anything. It's cool seeing black and brown people on the stage instead in the crowd, and showing that like anything's possible as long as you put your mindset to it. Because again, I started playing guitar 4 years ago, Stacy a year and a half ago, so like it just shows. I was 20 years old. You don't have to be 12 Stacy's age like to start playing drums. You can start whenever.
Honestly, I feel like it's really cool just seeing like all different types of people and like religions all coming together and like listening to us. I feel like I feel like it's fake. Like it doesn't feel real. But I just like love seeing everyone like coming together.
I want to add one thing to Stacy, and like she being like a female drummer, Mexican drummer, is like really sick. So that's really like nice thing, little touch.
Yeah, for sure. I like to see a lot of like brown people in any kind of art space, particularly like DIY punk music, DIY indie music is like, from what I've seen, for like ever. And like I play in another band, and a lot of it is it's like not like it's bad or anything, but it's a like heavily like white dominated like group of folk, and that's fine. But growing up as a kid, like listening to like punk music and like indie music, a lot of people are like, why are you listening to that? That's like like that's white people music, and it's not necessarily like like anybody can do it. It's just about like not really being afraid to let that identify like what you do.
Are there any future projects in store for SIKN?
Yeah, just like recording. I'm always, I feel like my mind's always like just doing creative things. Like I want to like do music videos, or even like making like a soundtrack to like a movie or something. Like just create like a short film or something. Like that's like, well, at least my ideas.
I want to start recording more songs and like just creating just a bunch of other songs.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to like produce and like mix like more SIKN music, so that's gonna be really fun to me because it's different than what I do for the most part, so I'm very fun with that.
Thank you for your time, SIKN. Are there any final thoughts you would like to share with the audience?
I really appreciate all you guys doing what you guys are doing, even though like sometimes it feels like, oh, probably not doing something. but to me it means a lot. I feel like more motivated to like do better or like do more music, and like you got all you guys who are helping them out have like a bright future. Like it's really nice having someone guide you and show you like new things that are interesting.
And where may the listeners find your music and future events?
We got on Spotify, Instagram, not Los Skin, Skin Band Chai. Yeah, that's what we're on. Any words, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, like in any creative endeavor, you got to believe in yourself first. So like you do that, other people will be behind you like almost immediately. So that's one thing.
I'm sorry if I like cut you off when you were giving the mic.
You're good.
I did not mean to do that.
No, it's all good.
Thank you all, and thanks to our listeners.
We are Sonic Vibes, and this has been La Mesita with Los Skin. Remember, you are listening to WLPN LP on 105.5 FM Lumpin Radio, Chicago, broadcasting from the chill space here at Yollocalli. My name is Juno.
And I'm Bella.
And until next time, have a wonderful day.
This is La Mesita at Yollocalli, and now a performance from Los Skin.
What up? We're Los Skin. Play a couple songs. SKN! Can't tell me what to do, I do what I want to. Vale madre, do what I want to. Tell me what to do, I do what I want to. Do what I want to, can't tell me what to do, I do what I want to. Vale madre, do what I want to do, can't tell me what to do what I want to. ¿Y qué vas a hacer? Me vale madre. ¡Es un desmadre! ¡Un desmadre! ¡Un desmadre! ¡Me vale madre! Everything good? Okay. This one's called Calavera. Okay, this is our last one. It's called Si un día me voy. Nice little soft one for you. Si un día me voy y te olvidaste de mí, pensarás en los tiempos junto a mí. Si un día me voy
lejos de ti. Si era todo igual, viviendo sin ti, porque te quiero a ti, te extraño a ti. Pero si no me voy de aquí, si me vas a querer a mí. Pero si no me voy de aquí, si me vas a querer a mí. Pero si no me voy y me quedo aquí, si me vas a querer, yo te quiero a ti. Con tanto amor, tanto amor. Thank you. We call SIKN, Los SIKN.